A highly developed stock exchange cannot be a club for the cult of ethics. Certainly all historical experience confirms the truth, that man would not have attained the possible unless time and again he had reached out for the impossible. Culture is a finite segment of the meaningless infinity of the world process, a segment on which human beings confer meaning and significance. All knowledge of cultural reality, as may be seen, is always knowledge from particular points of view. Politics means striving to share power or striving to influence the distribution of power, either among states or among groups within a state. Specialists without spirit, sensualists without heart, this nullity imagines that it has attained a level of civilization never before achieved. It is not true that good can follow only from good and evil only from evil, but that often the opposite is true. Anyone who fails to see this is, indeed, a political infant. In a democracy the people choose a leader in whom they trust. Then the chosen leader says, "Now shut up and obey me." People and party are then no longer free to interfere in his business. The fate of our times is characterized by rationalization and intellectualization and, above all, by the disenchantment of the world. It's the intellectual who transforms the concept of the world into the problem of meaning. Calvinist believers were psychologically isolated. Their distance from God could only be precariously bridged, and their inner tensions only partially relieved, by unstinting, purposeful labor. Spirit of capitalism is best understood as part of the development of rationalism as a whole. The ultimately possible attitudes toward life are irreconcilable, and hence their struggle can never be brought to a final conclusion. No sociologist, for instance, should think himself too good, even in his old age, to make tens of thousands of quite trivial computations in his head and perhaps for months at a time. Remember that money is of the prolific, generating nature. Money can beget money, and its offspring can beget more, and so on. Whenever the man of science introduces his personal value judgment, a full understanding of the facts ceases. The purely emotional form of pietism is, as Ritschl has pointed out, a religious dilettantism for the leisure class. Den nicht ist für den Menschen als Menschen etwas wert, was nicht mit Leidenschaft tun kann. The process of sanctifying life could thus almost take on the character of a business enterprise. As intellectualism suppresses belief in magic, the world's processes become disenchanted, lose the magical significance, and henceforth simply are and happen but no longer signify anything.